Okay, no problem.
You're live.
All right. Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to our very first ever virtual open mic. We are very pleased that you are here joining us. It is a wonderful opportunity for us to do this. We have just a few requests for you. And the first is if you experience any technical difficulties, it is almost certainly on our end, please be patient with us. If we go blank, if the sound disappears all of a sudden, let us know in the comments and we'll try to fix it immediately.
The microphone should be.
Oh, sure. Otherwise, we're about to get the show started. We have a great selection of guests tonight that are friends of the moon. Next month, hopefully, and in the next couple months, we will start opening it up to every one of you that would normally be here in person. But tonight, we're going to do just a few of us. Is this working? Is it good?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
We are trying as it goes. All right.
Horrible delay that I can't understand because it's a 2-second delay.
It's a 2-second delay, but that
Yeah.
shouldn't matter to
Right.
anyone.
So,
Yeah, that's probably to be expected.
Wow. And for some reason, the mixer's not allowing me to change anything.
Uh-huh. All right, so we want to first, before we get started, mention a couple more things, and that is we have some gracious sponsors that help keep the room going with events like this. The first of which is Gibson Insurance. The second of which is Encore. And the third is
And Marshall County Community Foundation.
Marshall County Community Foundation. We have two posters here in the front. Oh, there we go. Couldn't see the first one. There we go. Perfect. So those are our sponsors tonight. And if you, the wonderful viewer, want to get involved with the Wild Rose Moon, and if we are a brand new organization to you and you don't know about us, please check out the website. The link will be posted in the comments and you can find it there. And also, if you are interested, you can easily become a member from the website. There's various levels of membership, and that's a great way to support the arts here in Plymouth, Indiana, and there'll be some nice perks for you. Otherwise, just stay in tune with our Facebook page. There'll be lots of updates there. Our YouTube page where some new videos will be coming soon, and we look forward to seeing you in future events. With that being said, I'm going to do a couple of tunes myself as the host. My name is Matt Stretchfield. And after that, we've got some really incredible people lined up, and I'm so excited to hear them myself. So here we go. Are my 3 and 4 set as they were the same?
I couldn't reset them anyway. Like I don't see any control over anything but the mute button.
All right. Not a problem.
Sort of like it needs rebooted. Seems kind of loud.
Hold on, I can fix that. So that was a little bit of fun with some banjo and electronics. Oops, the mic. Just a little bit of fun with banjo and electronics. I'm going to do just one very short solo piece without any of these pedals because it's a little annoying for some people. So I'm going to get rid of all these pedals and just do one quick, very, very old fiddle tune. And then we will turn it over to an artist that I'm really excited to hear. So, one more. All right. To be the trick to see if I can hear the next person. Okay. I must first mention someone that's been an incredible help tonight, and that's Cindy, who is off camera right now. But Cindy has been a huge help. Thank you so much for coming in. And of course, George, who has really supported the entire idea from the beginning. So huge thanks to him as well. And to Michelle, who's also helping behind the camera too. Woohoo! Okay, so I'm really excited to introduce the next artist, Anna P.S. Anna, can you hear me? And can I hear you is a better question.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, I can. Perfect. Excellent. So this is great. So where are you coming to us from tonight?
Goshen, Indiana. My shed.
Oh, wonderful. 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 So, and how have you been holding up through all this, all these crazy times? Has it given you plenty of time to work on music and all that kind of stuff?
You know, it hypothetically should. I've been writing very slowly. It's been sort of a nice pace, but yeah, I was a full-time touring musician before COVID, and I have temporarily gotten a day job to get through. I am very rusty.
Sure.
I do not know when I played these songs last, so I'll try to get through it tonight. Yeah. Thanks for hosting.
No problem. Well, I'm so excited you're here.
Absolutely, it's a lot of fun, and I really hope that soon we can meet in person somewhere in real life. But for now, I'm very happy to see you live. So here's Anna P.S. Enjoy.
Drove across Arkansas, Carolinas, in the fall was not to Kansas City. We split up. Well, I don't know how to walk with you. Seems every day I can't get through. The operators anyone home? Well, are we home? Well, I think I thought I'd find you on the other side of me, but I can't see past you. I need you to be. Well, who are we? Drove across Arkansas, Carolinas, in the fall. The leaves were turning brown before you left. And we drove ourselves insane. We drove right past the exit lane, and I am getting off now. I am getting out. I'll be starting over alone with my doubts. With grief sometimes we'll mirror all the things we've held inside. Helps to see things clear when we cannot decide, and we'll find ourselves, I swear, someday, not next to you or in the fray. The road reveals what was not left behind. I'm in my mind. We drove across Arkansas, the Carolinas, and the fall was not till Kansas City we split up. And we drove ourselves insane. We drove right past the exit lane, and I am getting off now. I am getting out. I'll be starting over alone with my doubts. We drove ourselves insane. We drove right past the exit lane, and I am getting off now. I am getting out. I'll be starting over alone with my doubts. If you've seen me play live, you'll know that I usually play with a loop pedal and I play my flute. I'm currently rearranging some of my gear, and I just don't have a space to set things up permanently right now. So I'll get back to that. But for now, here's a song I learned from Matthias Stegman, who's my first and only guitar teacher here in Goshen. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. And all your life you were only waiting for this moment to arrive. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken eyes and learn to see. And all your life you were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly into the light of a dark new night. street light, into the light of a dark new night. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. And all your life you were only waiting for this moment to arrive. You were only waiting for this moment to arrive. You were only waiting for this moment to arrive. I do need to let you know in advance, my cat is in here with me, and sometimes right before we go to sleep, he gets very wound up and rambunctious. He's pretty chill right now, but you never know. I'm in a kind of a melancholy song mood tonight. I'm going to play a song I wrote, I think August and last year, if I remember it, called Ghost. Let's kiss beat fields. I can see you standing in a place I came to think of as home. But you're a ghost. I'm alone. You said you'd never leave. You leaving that up to me. You said you were the one who's made for me. But you're gone. The Kletsky's beat fields. I can hear the rumbling of a truck traveling washed out dirt roads. But you're a ghost. And I'm alone. My chest contains a stone where all the tender things I sowed were barbed and thrown back, and they made it my own. A year ago, Kletsky's beat fields. I can feel the beating of a life we once would have known. But you're a ghost, and I'm alone. Laid bare beneath these open skies, no trees to hide the fears I find that always seem to follow letting go. And you're a ghost, and I'm alone. Kletsky's wheat fields. I still see you standing in a place I came to think of as home. But you're a ghost. Trying to figure out what else to play for you here. I started a little early, but so I still want to play the 15 minutes, not go too long. Sorry, this is hard decisions. I'm just gonna go for two more, and if it's too long, you guys can cut me off. You let me know. just by my open window, reminding me of what she would say. She said, campfire smells of poverty on Michigan. Michigan. Pulled up by the bootstraps like the weather wind, but my boots are worn and broken. Is that a sin? But I can't win. She said, campfire smells of poverty on Michigan. Michigan. My generation blames yours and you blame mine. Could we begin to listen when it's the right time? The right time. What she say? Campfire smells of poverty on Michigan. Bringing back memories she would rather not reminisce. When can we begin to see the other end? When can we begin to hear? When can we begin to hear each other? And when can we begin to hear? Time has come to stop blaming the other. Time has come to hear. Time has come to stop blaming each other. Time has come to heal. All right, I've got one more for you. I might leave out a verse or two to make it shorter. I wouldn't say that I don't actually play this instrument yet. But it has been refreshing me just to try writing with something else. So here's a new song on an instrument I don't know yet. New roots, old dirt. This is not my first. How many times will it be time to start over again? How many times will I leave the day behind? New house, old search. This is not my first. How many tries before I lose the fire inside? How many tries before I lose my mind? In life we get a certain set of chances, but all of my dimes have gone to other dances. New day, old dirt. This is not my church. How many places will I go before I find something true? How many people uncased in plastic tombs, new books, old words. This is not my worst. Yet many years must a soul be buried alive. How many demons must I leave behind? Life we get a certain set of chances, but all my times have gone to other dances. New road, old birds. This is not my first. How long until we begin all over again? How long until I find peace within? New roots, old dirt. This is not my first. How many lives will pass by before I find my chance? And how much of life is just a game of cards and chance? In life we get a certain set of chances, but all of my dimes have gone to other dances. I'm still dancing. All right, folks, that is it for me tonight. Stay tuned. There are a bunch of other great musicians coming up. I won't be around too much longer. I have to, with my day job, I go to bed at 8 o'clock.
Hello? Are you able to hear me? Is everything good? No? Yeah? I said I can't hear you. But don't bone. Man, it's like really dark. Oh, okay, that's a little. Man, this is. I still can't hear you. No, I'm still not able to hear anything. It's okay. I mean, if you can write in the comments section or somebody that I could see that. Oh, okay. We're just I don't know how this works. Bet. I mean, do I just go? Do I not go? I'm gonna check my email real quick to make sure on how that's going. Oh, okay. Are you able to hear me? Oh, okay, bet. Thank you, Jim. Oh, okay, bet. I just saw everyone's thing. I'll just go ahead and play. All right, bet. I'm gonna. So sorry for the delay. Hello, my name's Abraham Medellin. I'm from Goshen, Indiana. And I'm gonna just play some tunes, and then if someone could just let me know when like my time's about up, like that'd be great. Bless your souls. All right. And if you can hear the guitar, let me know so I can make adjustments real quick because I don't really know how this goes. Someday my pain will mark you. Harness your blame. Harness your blame to walk through. And the wild wolves around you. In the morning they'll call you. Can't you find the clue? When you fall wrong, soul is my game. Thank you, Jim. Soul is my game. The stars, you, heart of your crane. Swing forth your crane and run it through. And the stories all over you. In the morning I call you. Can't you find the clue? When your eyes are painted a natural blue, one might have been lost. One might have been lost. One might have been lost. One might have been. One might have been lost. Someday my pain. Someday my pain will mark you. Harness your blame. Harness your blame and walk through. Thank you, Jim. Thank you. The lights are all part of the plan, JK. I don't even know. I mean, this is really weird, but I guess this is kind of cool. Shout out to all Rose for this. This is actually really cool. I hope you guys do more of this so we can see more people. All right, bet I'm gonna carry on the tune so we can get this out of the way so we can get other people going. Somebody's hiding, it's crowding my eye spots. Somebody's cold one, it's giving me chills. I guess I'll just close my eyes. Oh yeah, alright. Feels good inside. Flip on the telly, rest wrestle with Jimmy. Something is bubbling behind my back. Guess I'll just close my eyes. No, yeah. No, right. Feels good inside. Say it ain't so. My love is a heartbreaker. Say it ain't so. Your love is a heart taker. I can't confront you. I never could do. Which might hurt you. So try and be chill. When I say this way is a water slide away that takes me further just every day. So be cool and oh yeah, and alright. Feels good inside. Dear Daddy, I'll write you in spite of years of silence. You cleaned up, found Jesus, things are good. Oh, so I can this bottle of Stephen awakens ancient feelings. Like Father, stepfather, the sun is shouting in the blood. Said it ain't so. My love is a heartbreaker. Said it ain't so. Your love is a life taker. You're good. You're doing wonderful. You are doing beautiful, Wild Rose. All right, and then I'm gonna keep on going. Let me know when I'm running out, when it should be the last song, so that way I know for a fact. This next one is an original. It's called Fate. And blah blah blah. You can find it on Yellow Season. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's actually a really fun song. I really love it. So I hope you guys enjoy this one. Tell me stories, tell me your fate. Tell me that you need me right now. I'm so sorry I was late, it ain't right. We were busy searching in the night, breaking flight. Dropped and settled notes, we take them light. But are you ready right now? Ow, ow. Everything was lost up in the clouds. Please tell me how I can fake my death. Just tell me how you move. It's so elegant. I don't want to take another step again. Just let me flow with them stars. I can play this part. It's all alright. It's all okay. Yeah, yeah. It's all alright. It's all alright. Yeah, it's all okay. It's all okay. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I probably shouldn't move. It was a brand new day, and I knew that I would lose. Left it all up to fate because it helps me concentrate. Because it helps me concentrate. It's too simple if we all let go. Coming from the back, let's all just relapse now. I probably should have never bolted through that door. Open up the curtains and we do it for the claps now. Who's the laugh now when the night turns to day? Looking in the mirror, tell me, do you want to stay on the lay? Is there something I should say? Probably should keep it brief, but honestly, let's play pretend we're with it. Send it's all on me. It's time to leave what's in the air. I shouldn't care right now. I really shouldn't stare, but wow, anyhow, I must do without you now. I'm so lost without you now, but it's all alright. It's all okay. Hey, hey, it's all alright. It's all alright. Yeah, it's all okay. It's all okay. It's all alright. It's all all okay. It's all alright. It's all alright. It's all okay. It's all okay. It's all alright. It's all okay. I feel like I probably shouldn't move. It was a brand new day, and I knew that I would lose. Left it all up to fate because it helps me concentrate. Because it helps me concentrate. Normally, it would have a dope band that would go behind that, and it'd be cool. But it's still a great acapella song. I think this is my last one for sure. I'm pretty sure I'm aware of that. Anyway, one more time. Hello, my name is Abraham. My name is Abraham Medellin. I'm from Goshen, Indiana. Thank you again for Wild Rose Moon for this opportunity last second. I heard it from Clark, a homie of mine. But yeah, I'm gonna finish this out. Thank you so much. Oh, bet. That was my last. That was it. All right, bet. Take care, guys. I don't know if that's it. I need some affirmation on this. Do I continue? Do I end it? Y'all end it? I don't know. It's not awkward. It's totally cool. No, please. Okay, bet. Sorry. All right, bet. Intuition lately trying to find myself. Sadly, I won't seek no person. I don't need your help. Come to the wayside. That is where I'll lie. Yeah. And she's been sending signals to my soul it won't receive. And we've been in this circle, oh my God, I can't believe that I'm so alone now. I'm so alone now. But I let the rain touch my skin. And I do this all for my kin. Some in the strain and the pain, harder than him, part of my sins. I've been staring all around, finally got my cap and gown, yeah. Give the papers to my mama, I don't need your drama. You can set the line, but I know I gotta elevate to take up all the space. But let's face it, the stars are great and I'm chasing. Got no time for your patience. Life's been getting so parallel that I can never go back. I can hear people tell, yeah, life can be so done me. Life can be, but I can't be all I can be. Life can be so dang mean. Life can be, but I can be all that I can be. Thank you one more time. My name's Air Medellin, and thank you, Wild Rosemont, for this opportunity. Up next, we have Bruce Lakeland, everybody.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. That was really nice of you to join, and we coincidentally, or maybe not coincidentally, programmed two wonderful Goshen artists back to back. We always like to switch it up a little bit, and here at the Moon, there is always room for much more than just musicians. There's also space for artists, visual artists, and poets, and storytellers. And up next is one of those, a wonderful storyteller, and I'm just so excited to hear this as well. Before we bring him on, I want to just mention once again a thank you to everybody watching us on Facebook or YouTube. We do see your comments, and it's really nice that you're joining us and being patient with us. And once again, to mention the Marshall County Community Foundation, Encore Performing Arts and Gibson Insurance for helping us out with this night. And thank you to all of you, the wonderful patrons of the Wild Rose Moon. So thank you so much. So Bruce, how are you tonight?
I'm fine.
It's so nice that you're joining us. I really appreciate it.
Good.
Great. So we'll turn it over to you now. Thank you for participating tonight.
Well, my name is Bruce Lakeland, and I'm a recently retired consulting forester. And I've told so far 27 stories on the at the Wild Rose Moon, forestry stories. And I've got quite a few more to tell. Except tonight, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to retell a story that I've already told. It's got a little additional ending that it didn't have before, but I'm going to retell a story as a tribute to Will Irwin. Will Irwin passed away this past September, just days before his 95th birthday. And this is a tribute to him, this retell of the story. I just call it the hat story. And Will Irwin is very well known in the county. He lived just south of Bourbon on a large farm. And he was very well known for his activities at the county, state, and national level in agriculture and politics. But the way I knew him was through forestry, and that's what I'm going to talk about. I really had a very high regard for Will Irwin. He was a man with just a really true conservation ethic. I just love to meet people that had such a strong desire to do the right thing out there. He was, of course, a farmer, a very large farmer, but he also owned a number of woodlands. And he just loved forestry, and he loved being out in the woods, and he loved teaching his grandkids about the forest. He liked doing a lot of the work himself. And over the years, I did quite a bit of work for Will Irwin in his different woodlands. And we also planted 50,000 trees on his property on about 80 acres of ground. And some of those we've even harvested already because we planted them back in the early 70s. I've done timber sales for Will on numerous occasions, timber stand improvement work, and a lot of consultations with Will. Since he liked to do a lot of the work himself, he would call me up and I would go out and meet with him on the property, and we'd talk about a project and how to best do it. And then he would often do it himself because he just loved being out there. I first met Will Irwin in the fall of 1976. I had just gone into business for myself at the time, just months earlier. And Will Irwin had returned home from Washington, D.C. Will, prior to when I met him, had been the Assistant Secretary of Agriculture in the Nixon administration under Earl Butz, who was the Secretary of Agriculture. And Earl Butz, his boss, had a big mouth. And Earl Butz said some things in the public that wasn't appreciated. And Richard Nixon, his president, he was secretary in the Nixon administration, decided to fire Earl Butz to alleviate the problem. And Will Irwin, being a deputy director under Earl Butz, lost his job as well. And Will came back to Bourbon, Indiana, to rev up the family farm, to get it back into full-fledged production, and to carry that conservation ethic to be a good example for the community. And he did that. And one of the things he did was have a timber sale in one of his larger woods. He had a 60-acre sugar maple woods on the north end of the property. And he'd had a nice timber sale in that woods. And he was advised that after the harvest was over, he should do a timber stand improvement work, some timber stand improvement work. And that was to make the woods better suited for regeneration of young trees and for to make the other remaining residual trees more productive. And so Will somehow got a hold of my name as a new forester working in the area and called me up and wanted to know if I might be able to do that timber stand improvement work for him. And I said, oh, of course. So we made an appointment to look at this woods and to see if we could get this work done. I met Will at his farmhouse there south of Bourbon. Big, beautiful farmhouse. And we jumped in his red Ford pickup truck to drive back and look at the woods. I later figured out that he always had red Ford pickup trucks, but this time we jumped in the one he had, and it was fall, but the corn had already been harvested, and it was about a mile back across a huge cornfield to this woods. And we get in the truck and we start driving back across, bouncing across this cornfield, headed back to the woods. And we're talking and getting to know each other a little bit on the way back to the woods. And at some point there was a little lull in the conversation. And Will looked at me and he said, "You need to wear a hat." Well, I didn't wear a hat in the summertime. And he said, "You need to wear a hat with a full brim on it, so that it protects your ears and neck from the sun." He said, "I wish I had wore a hat when I was your age." He said, "But you need to get a hat." Okay. And so we get back to the woods and I got the job, and it was about a week's work. And after that, I started looking for a hat. I thought, well, I'm going to take his advice. And I shopped around and I finally found a hat known as a Tilly hat. And Tilly hat, this is it. This is a Tilly hat, and it's made out of canvas. And I bought it for several reasons. It fits really loose, and one of the reasons I didn't wear hats was they made my head itch. And so I bought this one because I liked the way it fit. I thought it looked pretty good. And you can throw it in the washing machine and wash it. And of course, when you're planting trees in the spring and doing other work in the woods, they get dirty, so it's nice to be able to throw them in the wash machine and wash them. Of course, otherwise I wear a hard hat if I'm running a chainsaw, and in the winter I wear a different one. But for the summertime, I wore these Tilly hats. I wore out about 6 or 8 of them over the years, pretty continuously. I also found out a couple nice things that I didn't know about them when I first bought Tilly hats, was that because they're white, they repel deer flies. And if you've ever been in the woods on a hot summer day when the deer flies were pesky, you can appreciate a hat that the deer flies don't like. They just don't like the color white for some reason, and so they leave you alone. And I also found out that over the years I wore this hat so often that I kind of became identified by it. I was at a forestry meeting one time, and I heard a couple foresters talking about me. I overheard their conversation, and one of them says, "Oh yeah, he's that guy that always wears that white hat." So I guess I became identified by it a little bit as well. So about 4 years ago, Will Irwin calls me on the phone and he says, "I got a project. I would really like it if you would come out and look at it with me." Of course, we had done this exact thing many times. I said, "Sure, Will, I'll be out." And we made an appointment. But that time I took Andrew Suesland with me. And Andrew was a young forester. He grew up in the Plymouth area. And I took Andrew with me so that he could meet Will Irwin. And so we meet there at the farmhouse. And of course, we get in Will Irwin's red pickup Ford truck, the one he happened to have at that time. And Andrew sits next to the passenger side window. And I'm in the middle, riding a hump, if you will. And Will's driving. And just by chance, we went back driving through that same exact cornfield when Will Irwin originally told me I should be wearing a hat. And we're bouncing through the corn stubble on our way back to the woods. And I'm telling Will about Andrew and kind of introducing them. And at one point, Will kind of looks around past me and over to where Andrew was. And he says, "Young man, that's a nice hat you have on." Says, Will said, "It's got a nice brim. That hat will really be good for you. It'll help protect you from the effects of the sun." I wished I had wore a hat like that when I was your age. And I had to laugh, and I'm sitting between them, and I said, Will, you know why Andrew's wearing that hat, don't you? And he said, no. I said, well, it's because you told me that I should be wearing a hat years ago. And so when Andrew started working for me, I told him the same thing. I said, Andrew, you know, you really should wear a hat. Will Irwin told me this years ago, and I did, and I'm glad I did. And so Andrew bought a hat, and he was wearing it ever since. And so we all had a laugh, and I said that he's wearing that hat because, Will, I said, because you're basically the reason. Well, that's where the first hat story ended. But there's more to the story. Last year, I decided I need to find a new family doctor. I realized that my family doctor, I had him for 40 years, I realized that he was 2 years older than I was. And sooner or later, he would be retiring, and I would need a new doctor. Well, I happen to have several doctors as clients, and one of them was Dr. Craig Miller from Plymouth. And he'd been my client for a number of years, and we'd done a number of projects together in his woodlands. And so one day last summer, we were in the woods, and I asked him, I said, Dr. Miller, would you be interested in being my doctor? And I told him why. He said, oh, sure. So we made an appointment, and we met in his office for an introductory, get to know each other, appointment with physicals and all that sort of thing. And during the appointment, he was checking the skin on my forehead and on my ears and on my face and on my neck and my shoulders to see if I had any precancerous type things. Because he knew I had worked outside my whole life, and it was certainly very possible. But he also knew that I wore my white Tilly hat all those years because he had been my client and been out in the woods with me. So after a few minutes of examining, he said, you know, for 71 years old, your skin is in really good shape. He said, you know, that hat you wear, that white hat, has really done you well over the years. And I immediately thought of the hat story with Will Irwin, because Will knew I told that story at the Wild Rose Moon. And I thought, I need to tell this to Will Irwin. He'll get a kick out of the fact that that hat, that I got that comment from my doctor, that hat had really, really made my skin so much better over all these years. So I got home, and I tried calling Will on the phone because I just wanted to tell him the rest of the story, and didn't get a hold of him. I called several other times last summer and never got a hold of him. And then I finally kind of lost track of it, and I was thinking, oh, Will will call me, and we'll meet out there to look at a project, and I'll tell him the story then. And then in September, I saw his obituary. And oh, I missed my chance. And that is why I decided to retell the story tonight. I might not be able to tell Will, but at least I can tell the story. And this gives me a chance to say thank you to Will Irwin. And that's what I have. Thanks you. And back to Matt.
Well, thank you so much, Bruce. It was really nice to hear that, and I can't wait, as with everyone else, I can't wait to see you and hear you back in person right here at the wonderful Wild Rose Moon in downtown Plymouth, Indiana. So we started with a couple friends of the moon, we'll say, and indeed they are friends of the Wild Rose Moon. Everybody is a friend of the Wild Rose Moon, but now we are going to the actual Wild Rose Moon with two people back to back that are huge parts of the Wild Rose Moon, starting out with Ryan Meer, who I think I would normally, under normal circumstances, be working neck to neck with right now. We'd be doing some really great stuff together right now, but instead we are doing as much as we can virtually. Ryan, how are you?
I'm good. Good. How's the sound?
Glad I can hear you perfectly. This
Okay.
is great. Finally, it took an hour, but I could hear you. You could hear me. Oh, this is great. All right. Well, so tell me about what you have planned for tonight. George tells me you're always working on lots of new things, so I'm very excited to hear what you have for us tonight.
Well, I haven't been too much new stuff lately. I've been working on trying to get a whole album done for my family for Christmas. So I've been taking my songs I've been playing there and recording them at home in my little studio.
Perfect.
So that's been taking a lot of time.
Sure.
And
sure.
Probably just ruined it if any of them are watching.
So what do we get tonight? A little preview of that, or something different? Or
yeah, some people will be familiar. I think I'm gonna play Betsy Becker and See You Tomorrow.
All right. Well, thank you for participating, and I'm very excited to listen.
Glad to be here. Always glad to be here, virtually or actually. Oh, my guitar would be too loud. Okay, here's a song called Betsy Becker. Betsy Becker walked into a club. She wanted to sing a song. Bartender said there's no singing in here. She said, oh, but you'll be singing along. He said, you can sing, and if they don't join you, you can turn right around. She said, when I start singing, you'll be wishing that I was from this town. Betsy Becker walked up to the stage, carrying only her words. She started singing, everyone stopped drinking, and they sang right along with her. The bartender had never heard the like before. He looked toward the stage, his frown went away and his heart lifted up as a tear ran down his face. Betsy Becker finished her song, everyone singing with her. They had never ever heard it before, but they knew every single word. Oh. The bartender looked at the tear from his eye and asked, is this song true? She said, even if it wasn't for me, it's clear that it was for you. He spoke of a woman, a man, and a boy. Each one took some of his love. It wasn't exactly the song that she sang, but she knew that it was close enough. Well, men went home feeling differently about their loves and their lives, holding closer to their hearts, their families and their lives. Betsy Becker walked into a bar, said she wanted to sing a song. Bartender said there's no singing in here. He didn't know he could ever be so wrong. Betsy Becker left the bar that night, never to return. Everyone's singing pieces and parts of her beautiful heartbreaking tune. I'm imagining a lot of clapping going on. Thank you very much. And I also realized I should have probably sang that song a little bit before I played it tonight. I forgot stuff. Here's one I've been working on recently. Can't wait to share the new recording with you guys. It's a full band treatment. A song called See You Tomorrow. Song that I had the opening for it for a long time and just played it to kind of warm up. And I finally made myself think of what I was thinking about while I was playing it. And the song wrote itself. It sounds weird. How's that? That's better. There's some weird effect on my voice. Okay. I spend my time outside whenever I can. She sees me driving by, always a kiss waiting in her hand. Don't let it pass me by, a single tear in her. I will see her tomorrow. Always mess up the song. I think that I'm in love. She's always on my mind. She's what I'm dreaming of. One day I'll see her hand in mine. It's the days like this I dream. She came right up to me. That kiss I always caught ended up on my cheek. Don't let it pass me by, a single tear in my eye. That day finally came, I realized I didn't know her name. I'll see her tomorrow. I talk to everyone I know. How is it nobody knows this girl? She's a mystery of my life. She's the center of my world. Well, I finally learned her name. It was on the day she moved away. She said it took you long enough, but here's where I'm gonna stay. Don't let it pass me by, a single tear in my eye will see her. And that day finally came into my ear. She whispered her name, I'll see her tomorrow. Well, I was hoping I'd play that progression correct once, but I don't think I did. Let's see. New comments. Thank you. Is that it? Am I done? My brother's watching. That's cool. He's down in Memphis, Tennessee. Let's see. I'm not sure if I'm one more. Okay, I can do one more. I also want to mention the Moonlight series on Wild Rose, among many other things. But I'm involved with the Moonlight series. I do sound engineering for it. John Bailey's a host, excellent interviewer. We have excellent guests. So check that out once we get it backing up. I think you can check out the shows on wildrosemoon.com. What am I going to play? Do another one I recorded recently called, now it's called A Fork in Hobby Road. It's a clue to what it's really about. I'm going to tune first. How unprofessional of me. Cool, here we go. Traveled down this road, so many ways to go, and all of them I see a different me. Choose one road. Do you let the others go or come back around? I see every road in me. Now I know this town, inside out and upside down. I can't help but feel none of this is really me. Another fork in the road there. One of those unplanned adventures. I can't help but feel none of this is really me. So much wonder in me. There's just too much to see. Just a little further on. Jack of all trades, master of none. Choose one road. Do you let the others go or come back around? I see every road in me. There you go. Choose one road or don't, whatever makes you happy, basically. So everybody, thanks for checking out the show. Check out wildrosemoon.com, Wild Rose Media. We got a lot going on. We're trying to do whatever we can to keep music alive and art alive. Multiple art forms.
Thank you so much for playing, Ryan. That was really a pleasure to hear.
It was interesting.
And I can't wait to collaborate with you here in person at the Moon at some point. This will be a lot of fun.
Yeah, nice to finally talk with you. We haven't really chatted yet.
Yeah. Well, we'll fix that very, very soon. So thank you again for being a part of this. We have 2 more really wonderful people up. So don't go anywhere yet. Thank you so far for tuning in and being patient with us as we navigate all of these myriad of tech. We got cables everywhere in here. So even without COVID, there would be a huge liability with all the cables I've strewn across the room to try to make sense of all of this.
Sounds like the basement.
So, yeah. So up next is someone that I am just really. Oh, that's not part of it. Yeah, we're just using this one. So up next is someone that I am just a huge fan of myself. Their personality is just absolutely wonderful. And I am so thrilled to work with this person on almost a daily basis, but recently it has been daily basis, and it's just so much fun as far as like bosses, so to speak, go. George here is absolutely the best in the world that you could ever work with in any capacity. So it is my huge, huge pleasure and honor and privilege to introduce the next person on our open mic, the whole mastermind of this entire incredible place, George Schrecker.
Well, thank you so much, Matt. Enjoy having people like yourself, Ryan, Meer, associated with us, and we want to make sure that all those people who would like to be associate producers with us are out there, or send out a clarion call to them if they'd like to get involved. But not just producers, but when we open back up, we're going to need volunteers for hospitality and services and a lot of other things too would help with the newsletter. And so if you want to become involved with Wild Rose Moon, just go to www.wildrosemoon.com and you can get a membership for as low as $25. You can get on our mailing list and you'll get our newsletters and you'll get contact with us. And it'll be great. It would be great to have you. We have a program where we're educational. We consider ourselves an educational and creative place, and we like interns, so we always welcome interns and volunteers, and as I said, associate producers. So we have a variety of different programs to get involved with, and just contact us, and especially as we open up, we're going to need lots of help. So, because we have lots of programs. Anyway.
And you get to work with super fun people, such as George, Michelle, Cindy, and myself.
We have a good time.
Yes, a barrel of
and
laughs.
Jennifer Reed.
Yes.
And, so many great people.
And Jim, who is
Jim Yoakum, who's watching, I think, tonight.
Yeah, helping us navigate.
Helping us navigate all this. It's taking questions even as we engage in all this. So anyway, I thought I happen to love the Christmas season. I love this time of year when we're going into a kind of hibernation period, and there's a lot of time for reflection on the year. And obviously with COVID, it's given us a boost in terms of having time for reflection. But I just love this kind of sort of hibernation feeling. I was talking with Jim Yoakum, and he was referring to this, and I forget what he called it, but it's sort of like, this going in period in which you sort of look at your year and think about it and think about how the next year is going to be different. But also you reflect on all the good things that have happened. And so it's a great rejuvenation time. And so I love Christmas for that reason. I wrote this song in the spirit of that down at Orchard Country Day School. And we put it on an album, I think the third album that we did called Fly Without Wings. And there was a lovely children's choir on this album singing, and there were bells, and it was marvelous. So I'm going to have some assistance from.
It says check the sound for George. Ryan says check the sound for
What?
George.
Can you hear me?
It says check the sound for George. Ryan says.
Ryan, can you hear me, Ryan? Are you hearing me, Ryan? Are you hearing me? It's a little echoey, I know. Once I start singing, it'll be reverb.
Can Cindy hear it?
We don't have anybody to turn on and off reverb.
They hear it, George.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to do this song. It's called Christmas Time, and Matt has agreed to accompany me on both these Christmas songs, and I hope you enjoy it. I think of people like Gene Autry and Burl Ives when I wrote this. Once a year it happens, the lights go on the trees, red and green and yellow, a blue one if you please. People's faces filled with laughter, music fills the air, and the spirit of Thanksgiving is found most everywhere. Christmas time, you are so dear to me, and Christmas time, you set my spirit free, and in Christmas time, it's the time for you and me to be together and be friends, heart to heart, in love again. Well, walk by friend and neighbor, even stranger too. Give a hearty Yuletide and a generous howdy do. Let go of petty jealousies, secret little hates. Open up your heart to God, let it radiate. Oh, Christmas time, you are so dear to me, and in Christmas time, you set my spirit free, and Christmas time, it's the time for you and me to be together and be friends, heart to heart, in love again. There's a star atop the Christmas tree. In the window there's a wreath. There's mistletoe in doorways with kisses underneath. There's a fat man in the chimney with a twinkle in his eye. There's a hope of new beginnings as we kiss the year goodbye. Oh, Christmas time, you are so dear to me. Oh, Christmas time, you set my spirit free. Oh, Christmas time, it's the time for you and me to be together and be friends, heart to heart, in love again. Hey, thank you. Thank you so much, Matt. That sounded beautiful. That was great. This next song I wrote, gosh, I can't remember exactly when I wrote it, but I've never put it on an album, but I like it a lot. It's about the universal idea of the child that is introduced through the Christ child at Christmas. I think of how the child is a great archetypal kind of figure in our psyches, and how especially creative people, I think, have to reach down and touch the kind of the child that lives within them to access and understand the creative spirit. And so I think it's so lovely that Christmas comes along to remind us of the child, both outside and inside of us. And so this is a song called There's a Child. When the child arrives at Christmas, it's a blessing for us all. No matter what your circumstance, if you've had your greatest fall, if your tears are overflowing, or you're twisted up in pain, a child comes to us knowing how we might be whole again. There's a child, there's a child, a being new and different, both innocent and wild. There's a child. If your heart seeks restoration, find the child. Now a newborn is a precious thing. We marvel at the sight. Such little hands, such little hearts, make us feel so much is right. When the darkness looms around you and the pressure strains and mounts, give yourself the Christmas gift. Let the child inside you count. There's a child, oh, there's a child, of being new and different, both innocent and wild. There's a child. When your heart seeks restoration, find the child. Now Christ, he had a secret, and he shared it on a hill. There's a place where soul is living, where our conscience can be stilled, where each of us is holy, and none of us defiled. To find the way to heaven, you must trust a little child. There's a child. Oh, there's a child. Of being new and different, both innocent and wild. There's a child. There's a child. If your heart seeks restoration, find the child. If your heart seeks restoration, find the child. Thank you. It's been a pleasure playing for you tonight and doing two of my favorite Christmas songs that I've heard. So thank you so much. And I hope I see you at Wilder's Moon when we open these lovely open mics, right?
Yeah.
Virtual open mics while we're waiting to open back up. Start those up in January. So we're really excited about it. We got a few little bugs to work out. We're enjoying the bugs as we go. So thanks so much.
Well, absolutely. Just like you said, we definitely will. We hope to have a lot more until we can safely reopen, until we're all healthy and vaccinated. Then we'll have these in person and have open mics just like we used to in the past. But for now, we're going to do them live online like we're doing right now. But next month will be a little bit better than tonight. The next month will be even better. By the time we get it really nailed, then that's when we can open the doors up again. But that's how it goes. Cindy is our next artist ready? Oh, fantastic. So I want to give an introduction to this next person because everyone else has been somewhat in the greater radius of northern Indiana, whether it be Plymouth or, well, three Plymouth and 2 Goshen. And sure. And, oh, no, 4 Plymouth and 2 Goshen. But the next two people are 2 incredible friends of mine from the nearby town of Connecticut. So these are 2 really close friends of mine. JD and I went to Berkeley together. But ironically, you know what? There is a very interesting Indiana connection here, which is that we first met in Indiana at the Tri-State Area Bluegrass Festival many years ago, many years ago. And we first met there, and then we re-met while being radio co-hosts at Berkeley, and we hosted one of the most fun radio shows ever, and that was the Bluegrass Lounge, and we had just a fantastic time together, playing all sorts of great bluegrass music, and Then JD graduated a little bit before I did, and I had to carry that bluegrass show on by myself. But it wasn't fun without you, JD. It really wasn't. I mean, it was fun, but you brought a whole lot more fun than I did with my dry humor during the show, which everyone's getting a little taste of tonight. But JD, can you hear me?
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Oh, yes, I can. What another internet miracle. Fantastic.
Awesome.
Great. So, I have, of course, I can talk about you extensively for a long time, and I know about the music that you do. You're one heck of a great mandolin player and singer, and I know, I think the second year at Berkeley, you were also taking your dobro lab, so, and you're all over the place, but I don't know much about the wonderful new person you have next to you that's going to be singing tonight. So can you tell me a little bit about Christine?
Well, I think I'd like to let her speak for herself, but you know, she got involved in the Ithaca, New York music scene, and now she's getting involved here in the Central Connecticut music scene. So,
wow. Well,
yeah,
and now you are both being involved in the Plymouth, Indiana music scene. Little did you know.
We're happy to be a part of it. We've really been enjoying this evening of music and storytelling. So,
Totally.
Yes. Yes. So before I turn it over to you, I would just quickly mention that, actually, I should have mentioned this for everybody, but we have been trying to post links to everyone's various sites for various goods that they have or more music. We've been posting those in the comments for you to peruse later. And Christine not only has amazing music, but also has some incredible visual art as well, which is a terrific bonus here tonight. So if you're interested in hearing not only some more music, but pairing that maybe with a beautiful painting, then please check out some links that are either up now or will soon be up. And that will be terrific for you. So yeah, how are you two doing?
Doing well. Well, yeah, can't complain.
Great.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask, did you two meet at a festival or a bluegrass? Anything related to bluegrass or something like that?
No, we met through my sister.
That's even better, I probably.
Yeah, although, I mean, we connected over music, right? That's why we started hanging out, but.
Of course.
And also slightly connected to bluegrass, we did meet on a hike through the woods. So, you know, can't really get too much more bluegrassy than that.
Was the grass actually blue, though?
Not that I saw.
Yeah, well, then okay. You met over green grass tonight.
Technicalities.
What is your favorite mutually shared artist? Who is someone that you both really equally like?
I don't know.
Big Mean Sound Machine.
Oh yeah. That's a good one.
Who was that?
Big Mean Sound Machine. They're a band out of
yeah.
And yeah, really grooving on their music. So if you have never heard of them, definitely check them out.
Afro funk.
Thank you. So tell me what you have planned for tonight. I know you got a nice short little set for us to close out the evening with. So tell me what we have in store.
So we got 4 songs planned, some original tunes. Yeah. I don't know.
Wonderful. Great. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in thus far, and stick around for just a little bit more. We've got 2 amazing musicians here, and take it away, guys.
All right.
Medicine man make me feel good. Medicine man do me like he should. Medicine man, you make me scream. Medicine man, I'll be your queen. kisses like ecstasy. I like your eyes staring back at me. You feel like some damn good cocaine. No medicine man, you make me feel okay. Medicine man, make me feel good. Medicine man, do me like he should. Medicine man, you make me scream. Medicine man, I'll be your queen. Roll me up some of that good green love, man. Pass that over to me, that's what I need. Light me up with some of that good vibe stuff. Oh, medicine man, you make me feel complete. Medicine man, make me feel good. Medicine man, do me like you should. Medicine man, you make me scream. Medicine man, I'll be your queen. Medicine man, make me feel good. Medicine man, do me like you should. Medicine man, you make me scream. Medicine man, I'll be your queen. All right. Going down. That was called Medicine Man. All right. Next up, we got Gold Digger. All right. 1, 2, 3. She's a gold digger. She's looking to get richer. Got money. She could be your honey. She dresses fine, so lovely. She thinks your jokes are funny. You don't mind. She just wants your money. She looks good on your arm. She's as sweet as a candy bar. You're both happy. You're her sugar daddy. That's right, she's a gold digger. She's looking to get richer. You got money. She could be your honey. just like you can't blame a man for keeping aces in his belt. There are some hard-working honeys, and they don't make much money. There's a big bag and someone's got to lose. That's why she's a gold digger. She's looking to get richer. You got money, she could be your honey. Yeah, she's a gold digger. She's looking to get richer. You got money, she could be your honey. Gold digger, she'll be your sugar baby. She knows how to drive a rich man crazy. But you can't blame a woman for playing the chord she's dealt. Yeah, she likes money, just like everyone else.
All right. That was Gold Digger. A little lighthearted one there. This next one is called The Address to Heaven on Earth. It's about my favorite gorge spot in Ithaca, New York that used to not be on Google Maps. You know, it was like super down low. Now it's on Google Maps. Yeah. But there was never any litter. There was never any crowds. It was a great place.
It was Ithaca's best kept secret.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I have the address to heaven on earth written down on the palm of my hand. But he wrote it in script so it don't spread the word, because paradise ain't no place for the tourist type. Town, 'cause I earned their respect and I promised I to uphold the values of paradise found and to honor the grace of her glorious cross. its beauty and grace. So I wish I could share the address with the world. I must protect paradise first. Still I have the address to heaven on earth written down on the palm of my hand. And I feel so blessed to have earned the address to the location of heaven on earth.
That one's for the sons, if they're watching. All right. Last up, got a little girl called Blue.
Inside my body and outside my soul. I'm from a place inside the echo that no one would know goes on screaming very loudly. No, I'm not screaming very loudly. Can you hear me? Between the walls that are between me and the sun. I'm from the magazine of Loaded Gun. I'm not screaming very loudly. No, I'm not screaming very loudly. How can you hear me? Next door to you, but I was raised between my ears, above a fragile body, with everything to fear. But I'm not screaming very loudly. No, I'm not screaming very loudly. But can you hear me? I'm from a place outside the lines. I'm from a place just behind my eyes. The world outside, it has no answers, 'cause I live inside my mind. The world outside, it has no answers. The world outside, it has no answers, not for me. I'm just a foreigner right next door to you. I'm just a girl called Blue. I'm just a girl called Blue. Girl called Blue. Girl called Blue. All right, that's all we got.
Thanks so much for having us.
Thank you.
Hey, that was amazing, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of this. That was really enjoyable to listen to.
Thank
Absolutely.
you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah. And you know, I realized, JD, it's been actually a couple of years since I've actually heard you play anything. So this is a treat. And I'm hearing a whole lot of new stuff that I didn't hear before. So I'm really, really just, I don't know what to even say, actually.
Hey,
And
been a treat
Christina,
listening
just
to you play.
love your vocals.
Well, thank you.
You know, the thing is, these I got a bunch of analog pedals, and sometimes they have a little mind of their own, and they don't quite do what you think they're going to do. So I had a few surprises myself, but next time it will be just a tiny bit different. Well, once again, everyone, thank you so much for watching. We've come to the end of the program tonight, and we thank you so much for tuning in from wherever you're at. And we hope you enjoyed this. We hope you'll come back next month. Next month, we're going to open up the signups to all of you like it would normally be here in person. So if you have been wanting to sign up for a Wild Rose Moon open mic, don't worry, because next month you can do it. Thanks as always to the wonderful sponsors that we have here at the Moon. Thank you to all the volunteers, and thank you especially to the wonderful help tonight along with myself, which is Cindy running the computer back here behind camera, and then of course George and Michelle. So thank you so much, and it's just a treat to work with everybody here. It's been a huge pleasure to be working with everyone here, and I can't wait to see all of you virtually next month, and we'll go as long as we can with this. So thank you again for tuning in, and we'll see you soon. Stay safe, happy holidays, and
Thank you.
see you later.
Bye.
Bye.